Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan, lover boys?
I was coerced into this interview. You came along to me and said...
You weren't coerced into this interview.
Yes, I was.
Or don't tell me. The bullying
Piers.
MSM said, Andrew, you've got to do an interview.
No.
I'm going to fly all the way to Romania to do it.
You didn't
me
do that.
Favor.
You used the loverboy method. You said, sir...
The loverboy method?
Yep. Andrew, this is going to be a very interesting interview. We had a good one last time. You're a nice guy. We have some interesting conversations.
I didn't say you were a nice guy.
I'm going to come along.
Wait a minute.
We're going to make some money from this interview.
Wait a minute.
Money will be made for both sides.
Wait a minute.
You loverboyed me and you stole the profit.
But just to be clear, I've had no conversation with you about this interview. And the conversations I've had with your intermediary were very professional. And I said, I would like to do an interview with you.
Were you nice?
I'm always nice.
Loverboyed.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sure.
It's your man, Jay. First of all, I did not watch this full interview. I only watched a 4-minute clip in which Andrew Tate was trying to equate what Piers Morgan did with getting an interview to what they're accusing him of with the loverboy method. When they were talking, he said something about how they said he was trying to force women to do TikTok. I thought that the allegations were he's forcing women to do OF.
He deployed the loverboy method, where you would make women fall in love with you. You would then persuade them to do webcam stuff, right?
TikTok.
Okay, but wait, let's call it webcam stuff, right?
No, let's not call it that. The indictment is about TikTok.
Okay.
So I'm confused about that. I thought it was OF, not TikTok. So
no, they're really talking about webcam.
Okay.
But Pierce kind of jumps all over the place.
Well, so clearly I don't know all the details, but okay.
I watched the full interview.
All right. What I will say is that from the way that Piers defined the loverboy method, the second part doesn't seem like it applies to Tate, because it said that what Piers said is that with the loverboy method, you are forcing the women to do something against, or forcing that person to do something against their will. And I think he used the word slave.
Andrew, that's not what the loverboy method is.
Absolutely it is.
The loverboy method is where perpetrators woo victims with the prospect of a loving relationship until they can be forced into abusive situations or a form of slavery.
This is garbage.
That's actually what it means.
The loverboy method is being nice to people so that you work together, effectively what they're trying to say here. I was nice to girls who asked me for TikTok advice, and they sang it's the loverboy method.
And from what I've heard regarding the evidence around the case with the Tates is that wasn't the case.
I mean, I actually sat down and I watched the whole interview. I'll definitely say this interview was way better than the last one, because the last interview was literally Pierce asks a question, Andrew Tate tries to answer it, and then Pierce cuts him off. And it's basically Pierce just trying to give him a lecture the entire time. And I was like, okay, so what's the point of even interviewing him? Like, you just kind of wanted to like slap him up verbally? Is that what you wanted to do? Right. I don't see how anything productive came out of that conversation. It didn't, besides people saying that Pierce is a hypocrite and he's really bad at having a conversation. And then after watching the interview, it's pretty clear to me that Andrew Tate, he was now aware of how Pierce kind of moves, so he just pretty much trolled him the whole interview.
Andrew, I wasn't nice to someone. They become your slave.
I wasn't nice to you, and I didn't call you a nice guy.
I feel loverboyed. I feel loverboyed, Piers. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
A little bit of back and forth, a little bit of funny stuff, but at the end of the day, let's be honest. No one has incriminated themselves more than Andrew Tate. Like the whole webcam thing. It's kind of easy to get looped up in it. I'm not saying he did it. I don't know if he did it. I don't have a dog in this fight. The PhD in pimping class or whatever he had, I mean, I know that it was like kind of like satire, like he wasn't really serious, because in American culture, a pimp is kind of seen as cool. So a lot of people kind of use that towards marketing. You hear a lot of rappers talk about it and who have never pimped a day in their life and probably would never want to. I understand it, but I mean, Andrew Tate, even like all the videos I see that pop up on Andrew Tate, I mean, he's pretty much incriminated himself. So like, that's why I'm always kind of confused when I see these interviews with Andrew Tate and I see people like Piers Morgan trying to trap them into saying weird stuff, because I'm like, he's already incriminated himself enough. You don't have to make up traps and make up reasons to make people view Andrew Tate even worse, because he's probably already said worse things already on tape. Yeah, I mean, I think the interview was cool to watch. Definitely more enjoyable than the last one. Ultimately, I don't know if he's ever going to get out of the situation. I don't know if he did it. It honestly seems like he didn't do it to me. After like watching everything and hearing everything, it doesn't seem like he did it. I've been wrong before, so I don't know, right?
Yeah, and nonetheless, I think if the Matrix is really out to get him, they're doing a good job.
What would you make the women do? Or what would they do with you?
I don't make anybody do anything.
Okay.
In fact, let's talk about the loverboy method. So it's very interesting. Let's imagine the Matrix is pissed off with a said individual who's telling too much truth and everybody is listening to him, and they decide they're going to attack him with sexual assault claims. They say, he's making women we found conversations where he gave advice on how to go viral on TikTok. He's making women do TikTok, but he isn't being horrible to them. He's not hitting them. He's not being mean to them. So what can we do? Let's use the loverboy method. If I was abusive and mean, they wouldn't say loverboy method.
Because Andrew Tate at one point was the most searched person on the internet.
Oh yeah, most Googled.
Most Googled person, right? And now I doubt that's the case. So no matter what, even if he's cleared, his name is clear, which if he's innocent, hopefully it is. If he's not innocent, hopefully it's not. But either way, the Matrix has succeeded in dampening his flame.
Yeah, shutting him up.
Yeah, he's not anywhere near as popular. Well, not popular. His name is not ubiquitous as it was before. People are not constantly searching Tate, constantly talking about Tate. You know, you kind of forget he's there until you see an interview like this. And that's, I think, what they wanted to do. So either way, whether he's cleared or not, they kind of got what they wanted. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even the same when he does interviews.
He's not at all. He's very, yeah.
Before, like, he was very charismatic. He was, like, over the top. And now he's more, like, simmered down. And, you know, I understand because he's in a hole right now.
Right.
And, you know, he's in prison, in Romanian prison. So, I mean, which is probably...
Well, he's out, right? He's on house arrest right now, right? He's not back in there.
No, I'm just saying that he was before.
Right.
He's trying not to end up back in there.
And I think that's partly why... Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, listen, they both got what they wanted. This interview. They wanted views, which it got. It got views.
True.
I can't believe you used niceness to loverboy me because this is a profitable enterprise and I was coerced here.
I make no pretense that I've come all the way from London to Romania to interview you because, yes, I want to do it on my show and that will clearly benefit me and my show.
Pierce made a bunch of BS points like normal. And here's what I find the most hypocritical. This is what I find the most hypocritical about this entire interview. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not an Andrew Tate fan. I'm not a Piers Morgan fan. Yeah. But Piers Morgan, if you ever heard him talk on his regular show, he says a lot of like similar stuff. Not about women, but just like how he carries himself. Like I'm like, it's not that different. So it's like he's like going so hard at him. But I'm like, bro, you're kind of similar. So, like, it's kind of weird for me to see him, like... I mean, this is all for cameras, let's be honest. It's all for cameras. It's all for cameras. Like, him politicking so hard and driving his points where, like, Pierce has actually debated feminists plenty of time. Like, it's kind of like, bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, if there was somebody else saying this other than Pierce, I'd be like, okay, that's fine. Like, if this was, like, Anderson Cooper or Don Lemon... you know, interviewing Andrew Tate and they're saying some of the same stuff, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I accept it. But then, like, you get Piers Morgan, who normally doesn't talk like that, trying to, like, pull the hammer down on him. Like, I think it's a joke.
That's a good point. I don't watch Piers. Like you said, I don't really watch either of these guys, to be honest, but I don't. But,
oh, man.
I don't. I mean, I know who Andrew Tate is just because he's been in, like...
I mean, how could you not?
How could you not,
I think my grandma knows who Andrew Tate is.
There you go. And then Piers Morgan, I've seen maybe one or two short interview clips of his. But I get the same sense you get from him. Like,
yeah.
So he does seem like he might be coming off disingenuous to a bit just for, I don't know, ratings or views. I don't know. Yeah.
Ultimately, I'm going to say this interview... I'm going to say Tate made a good decision to have this interview again. It was a fun little troll. It was all right to watch. Like I said, it's kind of different because he's not as over the top now. Yeah. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's just a different watch. It's not, I'll be honest, it's not as enjoyable as it used to be. Because, you know, that's the thing about online personas, right? You watch because why? They say crazy stuff and they have a lot of charisma. And then when it's kind of taken down, you're kind of like, it's cool. I mean, he still had some charisma in here, you know, called him a lover boy. But what are you going to say? Good decision, bad decision?
I guess good decision. Like you said, they're both in it for whatever appears for the ratings, and Tate for, I don't know, actually what
Tate for Tate.
Tate for Tate.
Because I think his brother did one too. Yeah, his brother did one.
You know better than me. I don't know, but hey.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Good decision, I guess.
He's just here so he doesn't get fined. All right, guys. So this has been Bad Decisions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you think Piers Morgan is absolutely... leave a like, leave a comment. If you think Andrew Tate is actually right and innocent, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, guys, we're Bad Decisions, decision makers. We're out.